Are you confused? If you are hearing from God, are you confused in that area? Let me share a few things that I do when I am not sure that I'm hearing from God. One thing I do is I tell him, you know what, I feel that I'm supposed to go this way. But if I'm wrong, I always say this to him, you have my number. Let me know, and just stop me. Really, really pay attention to how you feel. And even the spontaneous thoughts that you receive throughout the day. Those spontaneous thoughts. I mean, all of a sudden, your mind is over here and all of a sudden you get this thought from seemingly nowhere. Pay attention to those thoughts because those thoughts come from the spiritual realm. And yes, they also can come from the enemy. But pay attention to how they make you feel. If they make you feel guilty or condemn you or make you angry or bitter or frustrated, bad thoughts about other people, that's from the enemy. Those thoughts are from the enemy. James 3:17 says the wisdom from above, that's God, is first pure and peaceable, easy to be entreated, full of mercy. If you are hearing from God, your soul will stay at peace and at rest. That is how the difference, a huge difference for me. And if I don't feel like I'm supposed to go one way or the other, and I'm really confused, I don't even know whether to turn right or left, I pray and I ask him to give me confirmation. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do either one of them until you've confirmed to me which way I should go. And I tell you what, you just never know how he's going to confirm it. Sometimes I will be watching a movie and somebody will say something in the movie and that's confirmation to me. I'll be looking at a license plate and that will be confirmation to me. I'll be staring at a tree and then I get a thought from him and it's confirmation. Just really start paying attention to the things, the details, throughout your day. Because, child of God, it gets easier. It gets easier. Eventually it'll come to you easier. You'll say, oh my gosh, that's from God, right? Or, oh my gosh, that's from the enemy. I'm going to spit that thought out. It gets easier. It gets easier. You really can't go wrong. Because even if you do something that God doesn't want you to do, you have Romans 8:28. God says he'll work it together for good. Now, if you're doing everything right, you don't need things to be worked together for good. You need things worked together for good that you have done wrong, God will always work things together for good. You have that promise. So, child of God, if you are unsure that you're hearing from God, talk to him and tell him you need assurance, you need confirmation. He's not going to ignore you. And then really pay attention to your feelings, to the things that's prompting you, to doubts in your heart. All that can be from God. I hope this has been an encouragement to you. And just know it will get easier. You have to start somewhere. Don't despise, the Bible says, small beginnings.